Welcome to Fire Force Season 3, Episode 2. And I finally got the Sakamoto Days poster going on.
Sakamoto Man, baby.
Dude, he knows. It's just been laying like outside the camera for like almost 3 weeks.
That's Walmart quality.
Yeah, that's the Walmart
America.
right there. Yeah, they also have it at Five Below, which kind of like surprised me that they have Sakamoto Day stuff. Yeah. But they don't have any Fire Force, no Devil May Cry, nothing. It's all random.
Are you telling me that the Netflix adaptation of Sakamoto Days isn't doing well?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's weird. Before we go into Fire Force.
Sure.
The anime was like alright. It was like kind of mid.
Yeah.
But like there's merchandise at the stores. But like anime that's doing really well, there's no merchandise. It's kind of weird.
Well, I'm assuming, if we're getting technical about it, I'm assuming Netflix was like, whoa, Japan says this is the anime. Yeah. So they made all this merchandise.
What do we do?
and they decided to cut it in half. So,
yeah, like, they probably already had the merchandise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So now they're producing season 2 merchandise, so they have to sell this one. So, America.
Yeah, man. All right, so we're back into the crazy world of firefighters. It's a doozy episode because we lead off the episode with...
So we're picking up right where we left off last week. Remember last week we had that last interaction with the big honcho captain and
Captain
lady?
Burns.
But what's cool is, remember how last week I was like, maybe he's just doing his own thing.
Oh yeah, now I remember, yeah.
Turns out Shinra was able to see that interaction.
Yeah, he's able to see the interaction through the Adola link.
Adola link, yeah.
And like, Shinra looks so funny. It's just like, the way it's animated, like, it's crazy.
That's also very important because if you're picking up on it, Shinra, the whole thing about Shinra is that he smiles like that when he's nervous.
Yeah, he was nervous.
So he's freaking the freak out because he just found out that they're gonna put the bug inside of Obi.
Yeah.
So he's like, while everyone's having the meeting, he's like, we're out of time. Like, we gotta go now.
It's funny because like that's his nervous face, right? He smiles.
Cool.
I just can't help it but like laugh because it was like an upper view and like it's just like an awkward view.
So he's just like
just smiling. So. Yeah, he sees Burns like through the Adola link, like you said, and then he's nervous because they're literally running out of time because it's already starting to pick up.
Right.
Yeah, and then that's when like the Fire Force team unites. They agree that they're gonna be bandits, and then they take off.
Right. So essentially, at this point, I just kind of figured this out because I was reading subtitles. But the whole point of Squad 8, their squad, is that they're in charge of investigating the other squads to make sure everyone's doing okay.
Oh yeah, because we do get that flashback of the explanation of
what their whole
Obi and the other dude that always looks serious. I can't remember his name.
Oh, the lieutenant.
Yeah, the lieutenant.
Which explains last season's one of the main plots was Shinra and company going to the Hima girl, the Fire Princess girl. So that explains why it's their job to go out there and investigate. But while that's happening, now the whole capital has gone upside down.
Yeah.
So that just means by definition that they're enemies of the state.
Yeah.
Because they're the only ones actually trying to keep things in line. Not unlike reminiscent to checks and balances, America.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's gonna happen to get ready to go.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting stuff. We get Shinra's smiley face, which reminded me a lot of Soul from Soul Eater. So we're getting those reflections. Very cool.
Yeah, and Company 8 was always like kind of like their own separate thing, almost like that's how the way they explained it.
Investigation.
Yeah, they're doing their own thing. They're still part of the same fire squadron thing or government.
Separate branch of the same government, if you will.
Yeah, that's why they get that little church place like that.
Yeah, pretty cool. Which is cute because they said in the flashback, it's like, oh, this is our castle where we will save people from. Castle in Japanese just means like fortress, not necessarily like wealth, but like, oh, we can protect people through here.
Yeah.
And that will kick in later on.
And that's when the lieutenant was all like, let me follow you. And
So
he's all like, I'll follow you.
Lieutenant was like, no, I don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's single. Yeah.
He's single, ladies.
Single.
But he's also not ready to mingle. That's his whole shtick. He's like, I don't have time for this relationship.
Yeah, what if I die? And the guy's all like, hey, don't think like that, man.
Which is also important because the whole shtick of the Team 8 and Captain Obi is kind of like inspiration is that we want a team that values human lives. So they value their own and they're there to save people.
Yeah.
Good team. We call that family.
Familia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the fire squadrons are kind of like at ease or not at ease. They're like their tension is rising because since they know that
Shield Hero's rising.
Yeah.
Something's rising. It's not the Shield Hero.
It's not the Shield Hero.
It's tension.
It's the tension. Like they basically take off and everybody finds out. Like so everybody's kind of worried. That like things are like starting to escalate.
Right.
Things are starting to go weird.
And it's kind of important too because we've laid all the groundwork of those people. Mm-hmm. Like we know them from the past seasons.
Yeah.
And they understand that Section 8 is not who the media, everybody in the government is saying that they are. So those people that like actually we've interacted with and they know that stuff is going on. So you're already getting those plot points of like things are gonna get crazy. Yeah.
So it's funny. They hyped the big ass match, their fire truck basically. I forgot what they call it. The matchbox. Yeah.
Pretty
cool. So they ended up hiding it, and
guerrilla warfare. Right?
That's where they're going. Like, all right, well, we hid it for a little bit, and now we need to figure out how we're gonna get to Obi. And that's what the scientist dude, I forgot his name, but the scientist guy.
The main scientist guy. Turns out he has a secret life.
Yeah, and like Joker pops up.
Yeah, they ask him, whose side are you on, fool? And he's like, on the good guys or the bad guys? And they're like, neither.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's like, whoa.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, like you mentioned, this new guy. Do you know what Joker is?
No, I'm not. Well, I have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
I would hope that you watch it now, like so you can get a grasp of why Shinra is this way towards this person.
Oh yeah. Actually, I think I kind of get it. Like I know what you're saying, but continue.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because from the beginning, this guy has always been like an asshole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has.
But I've never seen him as like a main terrible person.
Yeah.
So it's cool that now we're going full circle. He's like, hey man, you guys are late.
Yeah.
and yeah, so we're building to this point. Essentially, the scientist guy calls him the Dark Hero.
Yeah.
Because Joker is in the undergrounds, literally, doing the undercover Black Ops.
Yeah.
Doing the Black Ops work to make sure that things are okay. Everybody who's like going too overpowered is Joker. And that's what happened in the last season. Shinra and team bumped into him and he's pretty extreme. Think of like the Punisher.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you notice how he was just kind of egging Shinra on to grow.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Those are my favorite characters, like the anti-heroes that know shit's going on.
Yeah, he's basically like how you said, an anti-hero. Yeah.
The Dark Hero.
Yeah, he's been trying to like make Shinra grow in secret.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But it's cool, yeah. It's the enemy from last season. You know how they add a new friend from last season, but like this guy had potential all along.
Yeah,
so
he's a playable character now.
He's a playable character. He's the best.
Yeah, and like Company 8 like has to basically trust him. They're kind of skeptical because of the stuff that happened in the past.
He's a pretty extreme dude. Yeah.
And we get a cool shot of because Joker tells them, "Hey man, it's time to choose either the light or like
of light.
Yeah.
The ring of light, basically.
The light, or you have to step into the darkness to become a dark hero, you know? And you see the sunlight like split, like the firefighters on the right side, and then like Joker and the scientist on the left side, which pretty cool. Pretty cool foreshadowing. Yeah.
Something that's really, really awesome is, again, this is David production, right? They just announced
What's
the new.
Up, David?
What's up, David? How's your production going? They just announced. Actually, it's going really well because they just announced JoJo Part 9.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Steel Ball Run or something.
I saw that.
Steel Ball Run. So, but all the backgrounds and all the scene transitions are beautiful. Like they look so good, and again, like having that modern touch. So they have scenes with the citizens and how they're like, oh man, the fire force is going to shit. Like, it shows them freaking out like normal people. So it was really cool to see that world building keep on look nicer and nicer.
Yeah, when they're showing it on the TV, huh?
Yeah, because it's not gonna last.
Yeah, and then the Fire Force company ends up going with Joker, right? They're still not like fully trusting him, but they're going like, hey, you know. Right. And that's when they go underground, literally, like working underground.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah, and they go to Joker's little lair, which is funny because Shinra comments on it, going like, You don't want to make it more obvious because it has like a sign. Yeah, like
it was pretty cool.
That is cool.
As far as layers go, because they call it their castle.
Yeah,
so now
castle.
it's the dark castle.
Yeah.
But as far as layers go, it's pretty damn cool. But no one goes there, so they feel safe down there. They start making the game plan. In the meantime, things are getting pretty serious with Captain Obi.
Oh yeah, we're back at Obi's.
He's in his jail cell, like
working out.
Again, you gotta do what you gotta do.
He's cool. He's all like, he's like working out and shit, and then like he's all like, oh, you can't keep me in here not doing anything because I'm just gonna get stronger, like working out, you know.
If you guys don't do anything, I'm just gonna get stronger. You know why you do that, right?
Which one?
To work out in the gym or work out at the jail cell.
Lay it out, Frank. Why?
So you don't lose your sense of identity. Because the longer you just sit there and not do nothing, then you'll start giving up. So if you force yourself to do exercise, then you're working. And so Captain Obi, he's not done yet, baby.
Yeah.
Unless the other captain who's talking to the priestess girl is getting pretty serious because now the plan is in motion. They're officially going to implant Obi with the bug.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, because I think like nothing really crazy happens besides him asking for water up until where that priest lady comes in with the floating coins and shit. Yeah, and she has the bug on her.
Gold, she called herself. Baby, that's gold.
Yeah, which like it's kind of funny. Like I forgot how the guy that made Soul Eater is.
Okay.
Which like all the girls, even if they're like
Stein.
priest or whatever, like they're just attractive.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm just like, wait, she's like a priest, and they're all like have the same body structure, like thin boobs or whatever.
You were into that face?
No, I was just like, hey, in middle school, man.
Beauty is the eye of the beholder. Anyways.
Yeah, she comes in, and then like it's time to infect Obi, and she has like the coins. She calls herself Gold, right? Because she does like a statement about money, how it corrupts people and shit.
Money, corruptible. You can threaten people with money. You can control people with money. Yeah. But she is Gold, so you can't control her.
Oh, okay. My kind of woman.
Yeah, I was gonna say she don't need no man, bro. She's got her own finances. That's why she don't need that.
No, yeah. And Obi's probably like, bring it on.
He's like, me. I've been doing push-ups.
He's like, you want to see these biceps and shit? Like, it's really jacked.
Oh, yeah. They make a big highlight of how this guy works out. Because again, he has no superpowers.
Nah.
His superpower is working out.
Yeah. He's a cool dude. Yeah.
Digestion, I guess. Yeah.
So the Joker and Company 8 after that, they set up a plan to go underground, literally underground, so they can get to like the place where Obi's like there, you know?
Because Joker already knows the location.
Yeah, he knows the location. He's an underground dude. Sonic Underground.
Yeah. It's the most secure prison for those capital people.
Yeah.
Sonic Underground. That's
and
a good callback.
They bust out. Ready? They bust out the Harley Davidson.
Yeah. So up until this moment, Joker was pretty damn cool, and I felt like I was like, oh man, I don't smoke all the time.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, he's always smoking. How cool.
Yeah, because he always has a cigarette. You only do that when you want to get back from the anyways, and so when he freaking goes like. Vroom, vroom, I'm like, oh man, this guy gets it. This guy, he's on another level. Which also I really admire because they do a close-up into the motorcycle's wheel, right? And it basically shows the disc, how it's all rusted.
That. Yeah.
So just seeing that animation and how it just kind of rusted thing, and B, the fact that they actually put attention to detail. That, yeah, man, this guy doesn't have much to work with, but he's trying.
And he does a little cool mid-air like jump. So, wow. While Shinra's just like flying. But yeah, man, I really dig the bike. It's really funny. It's like, well, it fits the character really good. I like how he just takes the time to do a trick just to show Shinra. He's all like, look at this, dude. I don't have fire in my feet, but look at this. Yeah, and that was great. I'm not sure if this happens before that or after that, but there's a scene where like Arthur just like goes full potato and sees a little lizard.
I think it happens in between. Yeah, because as Shinra and Joker take off on the ground, the rest of the team walking. Yeah, they go together. I think above ground or something.
Above ground. I just don't remember, but I remember the lizard, and then like he goes like, "Oh, it's a baby
dragon,"
baby dragon,
which was so random.
Yeah, and his dream is to slay a real dragon. Yeah, because he's a knight.
So. He's every night's dream slay dragon. Which, been there, done that. It's heavy. Yeah. I don't know why they did that.
What?
That what was the point of that?
It's so random.
But I think there is a point. It's just that I'm not getting it. So I'm very okay, what's gonna happen? Maybe they fight this. Maybe his dragon will be like the big boss person or whatever. But
like his final boss.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I just think Arthur's kind of funny. Like he's goofy, he's stupid, but I don't know. I like him.
But I guess the question I'm asking is this gonna keep on happening?
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
And yeah, I mean, nothing really happens with the other company right now. They're just there. We do get some goofy moments with the cat girl. But
toning down the appeal. Which I respect. I like that. Yeah.
And so while everybody's going underground, and then Obi is basically gonna get infected, this is where we lead up to the ultimate climax, right? Yeah. So they hear they feel the ground shake, because they're blasting under it.
Well, it's that motorcycle.
It's the motorcycle.
It's a Harley.
And then the priest dudes that are taking care of everything, they're like, oh, finally some action, They're fuck it, let's go.
We can actually get exercise today, yeah.
And that's when I think Burns. I'm pretty sure Burns goes like,
they're here.
They're here, papi.
Yo.
Yeah.
It's time to put on my yeah.
And then that's when they crash through, and it's Joker and Shinra coming through the ground.
Yeah, breaking off.
Yeah, and I thought that was cool. Really quick, I know it's kind of random, because they're now I think they make a point in this episode where they're going oh, we're the dark heroes now, right?
Yeah.
And it's something that I noticed. I don't know if it's a cliche. It might be a cliche now.
It's a dark hero arc. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so
My Hero did it as well.
When, for some reason, dudes that are in anime with red eyes and black hair, they're always calling themselves the dark hero. Because, I'm a darker than black, Fire Force, Blood Lad. There's literally I think the last volume for Blood Lad, the manga version, he calls himself the dark hero too.
Dark hero.
It's just so random. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a cliche at this point, right?
But black is cool. Red shows passion. But black is the absorption of every single color. So. Yeah.
And it's not to mention whenever Kagurabachi gets animated, the same thing in that manga. He's all like, I'm the dark hero.
I'm the dark hero. Well, I guess anti-heroes are cool for the reason that, how Captain America is Captain America? He's that's Captain America. He's Mr. Patriarch.
Yeah.
That doesn't always help when, for example, the government itself is being potato and hurting, let's just say, hurting people. So when maybe that's the whole shtick.
Yeah.
But when these things happen, you get the underground dog, the dark hero, the Assassin's Creed to go in and
the guy that doesn't really care. He's doing it for the right reasons, even though but he's not following the rules. You know?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So the My Hero Academia Vigilantes just aired. Yeah. Just started. So that's another. It's actually really good. We watched it yesterday. We had an anime night. But it does a really interesting job of putting that premise there, and if we're gonna go with them, it's gonna be interesting to see how Fire Force does it, how My Hero does it, and I guess Kagurabachi. Sorry, I like gambling a lot, and girls with black hair.
Heck yeah, yeah. And now the floor is set for Joker and Shinra versus. What's his name? Captain Leonardo Burns.
Is it Burns?
Yeah.
Is he gonna go face off against him?
I think because he says Joker tells him right before they crash through, he's all like, "Are you sure you could take on Burns?" Sheesh. Yeah, he tells him, and then Shinra's all like, "I don't know, but I got stronger.
I'm about to level up, boy."
Yeah. So
yeah, that's gonna be good actually.
I think it is gonna happen because when I was looking for this episode. I kind of got a manga page, and I'm trying not to look at spoilers, but it just came up, And it's literally like the manga page is, it's not really a spoiler either, but it's Shinra like breakdancing because he fights with his feet.
Oh, yeah.
He's like breakdancing, and then you see Joker like that, and you see Burns just like taking both of them on. So they're gonna fight. I'm just like wondering. Man, I don't want to get disappointed.
No, about the fight?
Yeah, about the fight. I don't want them to be like this huge lead up into episode 3. And then they maybe start fighting and then they're like, all right, man, you prove your point. Or some shit like that. Like what Sakamoto Days did. Like leave it off on a cliffhanger. Yeah. Where they're going to knock each other out. And then like next episode is just like, nah, whatever. I can't kill.
I don't want to hype you up then, so I won't go too hard, but I don't think this show is that. I think the show knows what they have. It is going to be episode 3, so I feel like they also know that they need to bring the sauce.
Yeah, they have to bring the sauce. Episode 3 in most animes is the... Episode 1
a cutoff point,
and 3 are like almost guaranteed like... The
cutoff points.
Yeah.
You're either in or you're not.
Yeah.
But like, oh, dude, we'll see. I don't... Because Burns has to actually help the church unless he decides to turn completely at that moment and break everybody out. But I don't necessarily see Shinra, and Joker is pretty OP. He can handle himself. But Shinra v Burns, I don't see at all like going well. So
he has that breakdancing move. Right?
There has to be a weird cop out or something that happens, man.
He's gonna be breakdancing, and Burns is gonna be like, "Oh, you see that shit? All right, let's stop. You want Obi? Take him." But I mean, if they do fight on the dance off, it's gonna be both of them, right?
Yes, 2v1.
Oh man.
So Joker is pretty OP.
Does Joker die?
I think Joker's gonna die. I think Joker's gonna die. Yeah. I was gonna say that. I was like,
I wasn't too sure about how strong Burns was, but catching up to the show, like, no, he's on top. He's pretty OP.
Yeah, he's the captain.
Yeah,
he's the highest rank.
He'll probably like one shot most of these characters. Like, it's crazy.
You go flame on.
So yeah, so I feel like this Fire Force, like at least like season 3, like it's already doing like a big setup to that fight. You know, because they're setting up 1, 2, and 3 should be like the cool action episode.
Sakuga scene.
Yeah. Unless, because like I'm telling you, I haven't read the manga. I don't think he's read the manga either. Unless like they're just gonna start building and building up until like the finale. But I don't think so because it's very early in the show. So
I thought this fight was gonna be at the very end of the series. Yeah. So like that's why if we're only going up from here.
Yeah.
So someone's gonna die. Yeah. Whether they defeat Burns or whether Joker goes like, "It's all up to you, Papacito. You're the dark hero now."
Yeah. I feel like Joker's gonna get his ass whooped and like how you said he's gonna be like, "It's up to you, Papi.
Check this out.
You got this." Start breaking dance. Start dancing for him.
He's like, "Check this out."
Yeah. I rip. So one thing you did mention before we wrap this up is that Burns, like as in when he was converting, you said that he saw like skepticism or something like that coming out of his mind.
I still think he's playing, but I think he's gonna have to play very well this time, meaning that he's gonna actually have to try.
Yeah, and then because in this episode, the Crown Lady or whatever, I keep forgetting her name too, but she reads Burns' mind again. And she goes like, even if you are lying to me, like I can only read like your like everything you're thinking.
Yeah, you read minds. Yeah, that's true.
So he's either a really good like poker mind or he's converted. So that's why I'm saying that I don't know how this fight's gonna end up. It's either gonna end with Burns going like, I was just kidding, Papi, or he's gonna fucking slay Joker and be like, breakdance for me, Shinra.
I think he's gonna have to see how strong Shinra is to make sure he can take on the rest of the people. So he can test him to his limits. But I believe his words when the priestess girl asked him, where I saw a divine light or being that I could believe in.
Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah.
But you know, that's very open ended.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens in episode 3. It might be a really awesome fight, and I'm pretty sure it is because. Like just the budget of the show is like, you know, I got disappointed with the Sakamoto Days, but when we started watching it, like it's like we kind of got the idea of the budget they're using in the show. But Fire Force seems to have like a good budget, so
This is JoJo money, man. Yeah. JoJo money. Steel Ball Run. Let's go.
Let's see how they see.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Make sure to join us for episode 3?
Season 3.
Yeah.
Season 3, episode 3.
If it's a good one, man. Oh, man. We're popping champagne bottles because,
I'm going to start hitting the gym.
Yeah.
Be ready for this episode.
Yeah, but with all that, make sure to subscribe.
Hit that like.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Matane.